In this short video, I'm going to show you how to ink up and print your Collagraph. So you see here, I've got some etching ink and I've got some oil. The oil here is copper plate oil, and that helps to slightly thin the etching ink. Because you've got quite heavily textured surfaces on your Collagraph plate, the copper plate oil helps you to apply the ink more effectively. The plates have already been varnished, so they are sealed. The first thing that we need to do is take a clean piece of scrim, just get a tiny bit of copper plate oil on there and just give the plate a gentle rub, just all over. This just ensures that if the varnish has missed any areas on the plate, that the paper won't stick to the plate. Okay, so we just do that all over. Then we take a card square and we're going to just add some copper plate oil to that ink on the table. So inking up is the same process that we did before, but as you see, we need quite a bit more ink because there's so much texture on that plate. And we're just going to ink up the plate in all different directions. So make sure that your plate is covered all over, and then take your scrim, make sure that's in a nice round ball, and start to wipe the plate. So wiping is taking the excess ink off the surface of the plate, but leaving the ink in any grooves or textures that you've created or applied to the plate. So I've got that to a nice stage now, and I'm just going to polish that with either tissue paper or newsprint. Okay, so our Collagraph plate is now ready to print. So if you're super speedy and you're up for the extension task, then I'm going to show you what that is. But as I say, this is an extension task, not compulsory. So you can see now that I've got a blob of ink of a different colour, and I've got a surface, a metal plate. You can use acrylic to work on, and I'm going to spread that ink across that plate. This process is relief printing. We take our roller and we roll the ink until it's smooth. You want to listen to your ink, listen to what it's saying to you. So it should go from being quite sticky and quite tacky to quite smooth. So make sure that your ink is warmed up and that it's nice and even. Try not to spread it out all over the plate. You just need it contained in a small area. The reason being that it'll take you a long time to clean up. And we want to do everything in super short, easy time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to land the roller and we're going to take off again. So if you almost think about it as being an aeroplane that's landing on the runway and taking off again, it will pick up some of that ink. And I'm not too worried about the colour going onto my background. I quite like that happening. If you're bothered about that picking up the colour on the blue, just roll the roller onto the newsprint. Turn your plate around to try and avoid those streaks. The colours have merged together slightly, but I'm quite happy with that. I don't mind that.